Yeah, it stinks. Man, he's mad. Normally I slit their gills when I put them in. They'll go ahead and bleed out. Most humane thing you can do for them. That way all that blood gets out of the meat and doesn't sit there in the meat. All right. So what are these dough balls here? I'm trying to get into some bluegill. I made this with the Aquatic Nutrition. Somebody last episode mentioned that I ought to just take this and some flour and some starch and mix it together. Well, I had a bunch of gluten, which is the same thing as sort of the starch. And so I got flour, starch, and gluten, and a bunch of this stuff in it. And I put a little bit of this bait maker chum in it, which has more of a consistency like corn flour or something. Give it a little bit more texture than just a real fine flour, but no luck yet. I mean, for me, you know, jug fishing gives me the same feeling as the hand line. You have that same connection to a wild creature through this one line. It's just you and the line. It's just jugging is, I can put out 16 jugs where I can only run 1 or 2 hand lines on the boat. Jugging is just really practical. Catches a lot of fish. Number 2. I might not even bother with putting the rest of the jugs out. You bit the bottom hook as well. Nice eater. Nothing wrong with it. Number 2, we catch one more. I'm going home, fellas. I'm serious. Got a lot of hand lines I need to put out and finish up and get some customers quarters out. Good wind too, man. Good wind. I like it when the wind gets up like this. It's much easier to fish like what I do, especially drifting and stuff. And people say that these circle hooks are a lot more, I don't know, humane or something, but sometimes these hooks get hooked around the eye of the fish. And I'm not going to return an injured fish to the water. What's the point? Nothing on the dough balls. I had one hit earlier down by a little creek mouth. They're starting to sweat now, but nothing on them so far. The waves going into the wall splash back, so it can be very, as you can see, they discharge. When they discharge from that, buddy, I'm telling you, it's just bad times. I don't hang out here too much. Number 3, I think. No. That's not even mine. That's not my jug. Take your time, take your time. A little bit bigger than the others. That, my friends, would be fun on about an 8-weight fly rod. I've been wondering if I could make a jug somewhat like this, except just totally flat, solid all the way through. But it sits up like this and just have a single flag up coming out of it, maybe 1 or 2 flags coming out of it to make it even simpler. That way you can pack a lot more of them in the boat. 3, number 3 or 4, I can't remember. Cat ain't got but one eye. Oh, really? He's spawning. Yep. They're spawning right here. Oh, really? They'll poop on you at times. No eye. Hell no. Might have to think about that one.